How many alarms are you? There was a lady that took chili to a church dinner, and when she got there, somebody was arranging and organizing the pots of chili by how spicy, how hot they were. And so the person doing that asked this lady, is yours 4 alarm chili? Is it 3 alarm? Is it 5 alarm? And the lady thought about it a little bit, and she knew that her family and she liked her chili really mild. She said, I think mine would probably be false alarm. We're talking about having spiritual fervor, fanning into flame what God has given to us. So how many alarms would you be spiritually? Would you be a 5 alarm Christian or more or less? And how do we change that? How do we generate more of that fervor, more of that fire? That's what we've been talking about and will be for a while. We've talked about a variety of factors. One that somebody joked about in the comments a few days ago was that they were waiting for me to guilt them into doing something. And I think sometimes guilt can be a motivator, and maybe sometimes we rely on it a bit too much. But what about guilt and fear? Is there a place for that to motivate us to be on fire? And I think biblically the answer would be yes. Let me go to Hebrews 12 with you, and I'll read a little bit of this. We've looked at one verse from this context a little bit earlier. There's some more other warnings ahead of this, but we'll start at verse 25. See to it that you do not refuse him who speaks. In this case, God. He's been talking, Hebrew writer, about Moses and God on the mountain. See to it that you do not refuse him who speaks. If they did not escape when they refused him who warned them on earth, how much less will we? They, the folks that you read about in the Old Testament, the Israelites, if they didn't escape, how in the world will we? If we turn away from him who warns us from heaven, at that time his voice shook the earth. But now he has promised, once more I will shake not only the earth but also the heavens. The words once more indicate the removing of what can be shaken, that is, created things, so that what cannot be shaken may remain. Therefore, since we are receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken, let us be thankful and so worship God acceptably with reverence and awe, for our God is a consuming fire. It's a pretty strong warning that the day is coming when everything that can be shaken, all created things, are going to be shaken. I think he's clearly talking about the end of this world as we know it. And God's going to bring about the end of all the physical created things as we know them. His kingdom cannot be shaken. The church, our submission to his rule, his reign, those things will continue. And the writer of Hebrews is saying, so listen to him and pay attention to that, because that's what's going to stand. I think knowing that that's coming can be a powerful motivator for us. Students who know there's a test coming or report cards that are coming out soon get motivated to try to do better, sometimes too late, sometimes at the last moment. Let's not be that person that waits till the last moment. Let's take seriously the warnings that are given. There is a problem with warnings, I think. I think we get a little desensitized. We get so used to them that we don't pay attention anymore. I think about highway signs that say men working, construction ahead, and then you drive for mile 2, 3, and there's nothing going on. And if you do that a few times, you just kind of stop noticing the signs. Well, it's been 2,000 years and the things that can be shaken haven't been. And so we get a little jaded about that. Share your thoughts in the comments. How do we stay motivated knowing that this is real and that this is serious? Or do you find yourself finding the warnings of Scripture not to have much motivational power for you? Tell me what you think. Share that with others, and let's enjoy that conversation in the comments.